Hello, good evening out there. You're welcome to Opinion Sharers. My name is Paul, and today we are going to be talking about Nigeria. Nigeria at 61.
Paul, we cannot hear you again. No. You're hanging. Oh, something has happened to Paulo. This time it's not Nigeria that happened to him. Let's have it Nigeria happened to him remotely.
Sorry, I
Oh,
think my internet just failed. Okay, I think it's back now, or maybe I should change to this one. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we
very
can.
clear.
Okay. So, thank you for your time. Thank you for hanging out with us. For those that are regularly hanging us with us, thank you very much. Please do grab the link and share, especially those of us here. Please, if you can, if you have two phones, please quickly grab the other phone or laptop, or just grab the link and share it on Facebook or wherever you can share it. It's live. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It's at Opinion Sharers. So I'm going to display the flyer that I made earlier. I think majority of what we are going to be talking is what is displayed on this flyer, and perhaps we start with people's view on President Buhari's speech. It's a very long one. Maybe some of us may have seen it. I expect that at least the village boy would have seen it, or or maybe he would have read a little bit about it or heard something, some of the things he mentioned. So village boy, what's your comment? I mean, let me first of all say happy independence to us. Happy
yeah.
independence to Nigeria. So by the virtue of our place of birth, we are Nigerians, and many of us are patriotic at that. Even Tosin, who is advocating for Yoruba nation, is still relatively patriotic. So
I'm
that's
not
why I
seeing
want to
this
say,
link. Oh, I'm not seeing the link to share. I don't know what's happening.
Not only
ah,
Tosin, we are two here today. Mr. Nee also, so it's double
I
force today.
forgot you.
So the link is not visible. Something is
Uh,
not. Yeah. I was,
ah, okay, I'll get it and send to you.
okay. Those has share it. Maybe I can pick it from there.
Yes.
Yes.
I did share it, but I don't know what is happening.
Maybe you share it on the page.
Yeah, when I did not see what I was looking for, so we have to look for solution.
Okay. If I want to share it on the page, where would I go?
You go to the page. You go to the page Opinion Sharers on Facebook. You would see the broadcast. I mean,
Okay,
you
okay, okay.
should see the broadcast.
Okay,
So
that's usually okay. Okay.
yeah,
It's This is strange. Something is
but I
not
can see.
working right. It's not working.
Okay, I'm sending it to your WhatsApp now.
Okay.
Yeah. Send it to your WhatsApp, so you should be able to share it from there.
Myself?
No, me.
No, the village boy. Let me send it to you. Nii.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, guys, you're welcome. Just in case you're just joining us, please, yeah, we welcome you to Opinion Sharers. Today we're going to be talking about Nigeria at 61. And if I am 61 years old, I'd want to look back. By now, I should be able to sit down and look back at how much have I contributed, how much inputs and outputs have I. Are we assessing my input and output and comparing? I was watching a broadcast today by channels, and somebody said the guy who is the CEO of Shiju Motors in Lagos said Nigeria has actually spent about 300 and something trillion. The Nigeria as a nation has earned about 300 trillion naira.
From
You know,
petroleum.
Majorly, generally from general income, in our 60 years of existence. But now the thing is, how much of defense has Nigeria, achieved since independence till today? Let's start with the village boy in our midst so that he can put a little bit of story into it and perhaps share with us how he celebrated his Independence Day.
Well, thank you so very much. We thank God for the gift of life. That's the first thing. And I witnessed the 61 years of independence. I wasn't born at independence, but closely afterwards I was born. And like you rightly have indicated, I went through the Buhari speech. Usually I do. I will do that. I scan through it. And he said that no government has done as much as he has done. And I had to pinch myself that actually I took my glass, by this I cleaned my glass again to read very well. Because I said, what? Like I said, nobody mark his own script, scoring low marks. I wonder, I know, okay, this is written by speech writers and all that. Then there's a major contradiction. Apart from what we know, all of us here, we are not on ground, but we do have our ears on ground back home, that there has been a tremendous increase in food production. However, there is surge in prices because the middlemen are hoarding. And I recollected that he made the same statement in 1984. So, and I also know that since 6 years, one thing that this administration has consistently done is to blame everybody except themselves. So basic economics doesn't say when there is how can there be increase in food production, but there is food scarcity. And this is, this middleman. So what have you done about it? That is one. Number two, contradictions that we all know that speech deliberately avoided, that the herders and farmers clash has prevented people from going to the farm. So when people don't go to the farm, how does food production increase? So those are the contradictions, and those are the major issues. And a nation that cannot feed herself, which the sad truth today is that Nigeria cannot feed herself. That is not a nation that is our managers should be beating their chest that they've done very well. Like I once wrote a pro-psych poem about the shameless tortoise wife. So it's like this government don't have any shame at all. Because simple economics says that, look, when there is increase in supply, the price falls. So people are hungry, and you are saying there is improvement in food production. I don't know how that tally. Of course, there is the achievement of the railway. That definitely they did some good job there, which is still ongoing. So we give them for that. So then the security all over the place. So people don't go to farm. So who is producing? Who was responsible for the increased food production? Was it those who have mechanized farm? Maybe perhaps their farm is secured that gave us the increased food production. So except they believe that we don't have ability to think, I don't think that they will make such uncharitable statements that there's a tremendous food, improvement in food production. So, and what has in most places, if they know that middlemen are creating problem, then you mop up this thing, the food yourself and distribute. That is that. Then there is another one. I have not had time to confirm this school feed program because he quoted so many things. I see that in 35 states, including Abuja, that the thing is doing very well, and that about 130,000 women have been employed as cooks. So I've not had grace to cross-check. At least if I call 2 or 3 states, since it's only one state that is left behind, at least I should be able to get confirmation out of the 2 that, okay, primary school, public primary school are being fed in school. I don't know whether any of you guys have done that. But the last time I checked, I have not had any such confirmation. So, yeah, let me pause there.
Okay, thank you, sir, for that analysis of President Buhari's speech. Oluwatosin, the citizen Oluwatosin, Happy Independence Day. How did you celebrate the Independence Day? And what's your view regarding Baba's speech?
Thank you very much. Happy Independence Day. I don't know. I don't know if it is worth celebrating, especially with what we have on ground today in Nigeria. There's massive killing of the people. The number of people we have, the number of killings we have daily is more or less we are in a civil war. Even some countries that are in civil war, they don't have the number of people that is being killed in Nigeria, killed in their civil war. So I don't know what. I've seen pictures from the vice president and the president also from their verified accounts on social media. I've seen pictures there. I see they host celebration, but I don't know what they are celebrating. I don't know if the parent of the kids that were kidnapped in Kaduna, the Bethel school kidnap, I don't know if those parents can have anything to celebrate. I don't know if those that have been killed in bandit attack or if the family of the late Professor Dora Quinley, that the husband was killed some days ago, I don't know if those people can celebrate. And in all this, when you think of all these shenanigans that is happening in Nigeria, that doesn't want people celebrating. If you think of all this, then you are in a sad mood. Then you come across the president's speech, as the village boy has emphasized that. He said he's the best president from 1999. I was so amazed. I just feel this guy is a fool. Really. That's what I feel. Because Yoruba will say, if some people, let's assume the presidential speech is written for him. If people are deceiving him, why is he deceiving himself? And I trust Nigerians. People have been reacting to that. People have said, of course, even from 1914, We have not had any president that has done what you have done from 1914. Nobody have done what you have done, because this administration make everything that you would think is abnormal, they make it look so normal. They make it look so normal, so cool. People dying, they make it look like it's fine for people to die. Like broiler, chicken is dying. Even I think some years ago, chicken have more value, chicken life or chicken as a whole have more value than human being. Because now you can wake up and they will tell you 300 school children were being kidnapped. How now? If somebody will go to farm to steal 300 chicken in the farm, so you imagine how will 300 people get kidnapped? Where? How they take them? They disappear, or how? Which route they take go? So to me, there's nothing to celebrate in Nigerians' Independence Day. There's nothing to celebrate. Apart from yesterday's Friday, so in the country I stay, Friday is just like our Sunday. We go to church, we dance. When I get to church, I saw people wearing white and green. I was wearing white agbada to church, so I was like, oh, I was representing Nigeria. Poor me. This month is my birthday, so I just wore agbada to church to celebrate myself and thank God that very soon I'll be here with that. So there's nothing to celebrate, because all the shenanigans that is happening in Nigeria and the people that have been affected, they are not celebrating. Presently, Nigeria in Dubai, they cannot renew their work permit. Those that got new job, their company cannot make work permit for them. So how are these people going to celebrate? A friend sent me yesterday 10,000 dirham job that he lost. The company, they withdrew that job from him. They said, man, this position, we need somebody there. Area manager, we need somebody there. We have reserved this position for you. For good 2 months, we try to make your visa, but we cannot make it. Sorry, in the future, if we have openings, we will consider you when your nationality can get work permit. This guy said in his word, he said, he prayed to God to take his life that day. Will such person celebrate? I was on the street of Dubai some days ago to interview Nigerians on how life is treating them. Of course, life is treating me also. I'm a Nigerian in Dubai. Life is treating me also. But I just felt, okay, maybe I'm just too emotional about this issue. Okay, let me go to the street and talk to people. When I get to the street and talk to people, it is very sad what people are passing through. A lot of people they cannot afford to pay their accommodation again, so they are on the street. And in all this, the government have pretended as if nothing is happening to Nigerians in Dubai. In all this, the federal government of Nigeria has pretended as if nothing is happening. And there's flight restriction from many other countries to Dubai from the time of pandemic. Now, as I speak to you, Dubai is open to every country of the world. Everybody can fly in now, except only 2 countries, Nigeria and Zambia, that have not installed the PCR test machine in their airport. So this is very sad. There's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. Our politicians, these people, they try to normalize abnormality. So they can choose to celebrate, and if they don't celebrate, that avenue, they will not. When they celebrate, they have an avenue to steal money. So if they don't celebrate, they will not have an avenue to steal money. And even Dangote, they look for more money. So everybody's looking for more money. So they should celebrate. But we, the citizens, we are not celebrating, because what we are passing through, because we just carry the name Nigerian, what we are passing through really is not something of our celebration. So we are not celebrating.
Okay. All right. Happy Independence. Are you celebrating? And have you seen the long epistle? Epistle to the Nigerian. That guy must, the writer of that letter must charge a lot because it is long. Your opinion, please.
You are still muted.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think it's going to be any other person other than Femi Adesina now. So that's how I think. Though I didn't read all of it. In fact, I'm not sure I read up to 2 paragraphs because I'm like, what do I want to read? The reality of Nigeria is not what we hear somebody say from Aso Rock. The reality of Nigeria is what we see, what we read, what we hear on the streets on the daily basis. If you want to know what is happening in Nigeria, it's not what they write from Abuja. It's go to like Mr. Tosin said. He said he wanted to feel the impulse of the people, and he went to the street. So anybody can sit down somewhere and do his job. Fine writing, good writing skill. So anybody can write. But the reality of what is happening in Nigeria is best felt on the street. And the street, like they say, it's not laughing. A good number of us here are even, sometimes we feel the heat more than the people at home. Because when you talk to people, when people shout you, when people talk to you, the next thing they tell you is that things are not easy. And it's understandably so. People that are working are finding life difficult, not to talk of people that are not even working. So, well, I think I saw the thing on, was it on Facebook? It wasn't like I particularly went to go and Google what Buhari said. The last time I listened to him was probably 2017 or thereabout. I stopped listening to whatever he says a long time ago because they are all lies. They are all what do you call it in political parlance? I forgot the name they call it in politics. You know, they are all just lies. So, and as far as celebrating propaganda, thank you, sir. Thank you. Propaganda. They are just propaganda. They are not real. So when I know the reality and I'm going to go and be reading what somebody, maybe if I'm just going to read, maybe I just want to go and read and see the use of grammar. Because Nigeria blow grammar a lot. We blow grammar a lot. That's almost the only thing that we are good in. So as far as celebrating independence is concerned, maybe I didn't celebrate. It's a new month, so we are grateful to God that we are able to see another month. So, because I actually didn't post anything on my Facebook like Happy Independence. For me, that country is not it's not what a country should be. It's not what a country should be. So it is part of our effort to revolutionize. It's part of our effort to sensitize that we just have to stop doing. You know, some people will say, I'm going on hunger strike. The reason they go on hunger strike is to make people to be aware. So for me, I'm not trying to sound unpatriotic, and I'm not condemning whoever is celebrating, but I feel that my own little way of showing my dissent for leadership in Nigeria is to just stop wishing happy independence. We got independence, but are we truly free? No, we are not free. Are we truly independent? No, we are not. A country that does not have any other foreign that does not earn any other thing from, that does not earn foreign sorry sir, can you borrow me the word, that does not have foreign earnings, that does not earn anything from foreign, as in that does not have anything that is generating from import, export, other than petroleum, nothing else. You see some other countries, you hear this one is the largest producer of garlic, this one is the largest producer of cocoa, this one is the largest producer of that. A country that does not have anything that is any from the abundance of resources that we have in the country, other than crude oil. Is that something to celebrate? Ordinary toothpicks, we still import. Is that what to celebrate? Road network. My brothers were telling me that Ibadan Expressway is still ongoing. After how many years? Is that something to celebrate?
I remember when I was traveling, the last time I traveled that road was in 2014 when I was traveling from Ibadan to Abuja, to airport, to the Way. And it is on one side, we were traveling on one side because the Julius Berger machine was on the other side.
Was doing choke on the other side.
So I can't believe that the work is still under construction.
Everything is still ongoing. People, you need to see how people are lamenting about Sango Ota Abeokuta. This same Sango Ota Abeokuta has been like that ever since Obasanjo was in power himself. So nothing is moving on. Nothing is happening as far as I am concerned, by my own personal assessment. Nothing is moving on in Nigeria to celebrate. So the only thing we can just be thankful for, like Village Boy said, is life. We can only be grateful and be thankful for life. That's all. Nothing else.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's look at this flyer again. Where you see the item on the second, just standing beside the Baba there, is Nnamdi Kanu. And the reason I brought this up is because I learned of the death of, not even death, it's mother of Dr. Chike Akuili. And I'm beginning to feel not comfortable with what is happening in the East. Because we cannot ignore the fact that this, one way or another, might be linkable to the IPOB, or I may be wrong, but then this is just my thinking, and I don't think they have done much. If let's assume that they are not involved, that it has nothing to do with IPOB, I don't think they have done much to vindicate themselves. And this is not just about this honorable man. It's about other killings of ordinary people, regular people that have been happening in many of these states. And the sitting down at home, sit at home, or order, and all of those things. I'm not outrightly saying the sit at home order is wrong, but I'm also looking at what is the implication for the ordinary person. Your views, please. Let's start with the Village Boy.
Well, thank you so very much again. There are a lot of complicity here. And again, it's difficult to know the truth. There, like I said, there are so many categorization. The unborn no men, or the unknown gunmen. Then you have the ESN, then you have the IPOB, then you have the. So it is so complicated, the state of insecurity. But what is glaring is the issue of stay at home. So it's like IPOB, as it were, with all level of decency, has considered itself to an alternative government without any rule of law, without control, without accountability. So if you say people should, if people stay at home and they cannot go on their daily business, who cater to their needs? There are most of these guys, if they do open a shop in a day, there's every probability they will not be able to eat. So is IPOB providing food for them when they stay at home? Is it providing welfare for them when they stay at home? Do they even have do they create avenues for managing emergency? That you say people should stay at home doesn't mean that pregnant women could not come into labor. So if they come to labor, how do they get to the hospital? If you stop their vehicle on the way because you consider them disobeying your order as a quasi-government, so to say, so can you guarantee that that woman in labor pain will be able to deliver safely? I mean, we are not even talking of accident. If you say okay, accident, you can say, okay, we have told them not to move. So if they move and have accident, it's because they have disobeyed you. Let's, I mean, not that is reasonable, but let's just assume. Let's keep that constant. But what happened to emergency? Somebody can have medical challenge at night. Somebody can start purging. Anything can happen. People can develop. I mean, somebody who can develop seizure. There are so many challenges that could occur that you cannot plan for. So when those occur, so what do? They should stay at home and die? So those are the kind of thing that IPOB should sit down and say, okay, who are we fighting for? If they are fighting for the emancipation of the people, should they still make life difficult for the people? Or is it that, okay, this is the kind of government we will run? Let's say they are the one they are the one that will take over the government. Is this the way they will treat the people? Will not care for their welfare and all that. So when it comes to killing, it is like I said, it's a bit more complicated because nobody knows. Nobody comes out to lay claim that they want killing. But then even those order, when you say you don't want to see anybody, anything, not even goat moving on the road, you are shutting down the place. You are shutting down life. So what happened to emergencies? Do you create avenue for emergencies? Do you have any response arrangement for situations that are beyond anybody's control? As human beings, we do know that we, all the time, every day, we are confronted with situations that are beyond our control. So how do you manage such situations? Or you are just interested in them? Blatant authoritarian rule. Obey instruction, no complaint. And to lose somebody like Dr. Akoyele is so disgusting. This man and his wife have given so much to that nation. This man should not die like a common dog. Like we say in our Ekiti, I mean, I weep in my heart that look, this man did not deserve this kind of death. People die, yes, people always die. But what is the dignity in the way this man was gruesomely murdered for doing nothing wrong? All of us who are adults know that how much his wife did for that nation. And he went to collect an award, a posthumous award for the wife. And he could not even get home. Because some people think that they derive joy in taking life out of innocent citizens. Now, how does it ever affect those guys who are there at Aso Rock drinking their wine? Did that stop them from Maybe 2 days later, they still came to say, okay, they were the best government ever. So I think there is a need to have a rethink. If IPOB is by any chance responsible, remotely or any otherwise, to the killing in the southeast, I think they should call themselves to thinking, to good thinking. Who are we hurting? Is it the same people we want to liberate that we are killing? Is it the same people we want to liberate we are hurting? So there is a need for that sober reflection. Let me pause there.
I will bet to differ from that. I don't know why on this show we have take on IPOB regarding the death of Dr. Aquile. That's the wife of the husband of Dora Aquile, because there has been, ever since the killing, there has been people pointing fingers to themselves, and one of the people that finger has been pointed to is DSS. So why are we not talking about DSS?
Let me pause you to say, I said there is complicity. I was not specifically, I said if remotely they are connected. That's why I brought IPOB. I never accuse IPOB of killing them.
Okay.
So, I never have. I said if they are by any chance remotely connected, they should have a rethinking. That's what I said.
The killings that is happening in the southeast, we cannot say that IPOB are responsible for the killings. I understand the way they are enforcing their stay-at-home order. The way they are enforcing it is not really right. I understand that. But their sit at home is 100% right. The only thing is the way they are enforcing it. You cannot force people to stay at home. If these people believe in your struggle and in solidarity with you, they decide to stay at home, that is good. Not you enforcing them and destroying their goals or killing them. No. That is that. Now, the stay at home, why is it called? It's called because their person is being persecuted, and which they think the persecution is unjust. And in protest, they are staging a stay at home, because if they decide to go out and protest, they will be killed or arrested and what have you. So they decide that, okay, they should be a stay at home. So I don't have any problem, and I don't think any Nigerian with conscience should have problem with their stay at home order. Only the way they are enforcing the stay at home. It doesn't need to be enforced. If people believe in your struggle, they stay at home with you. If they don't believe, class, they should be allowed to carry out their daily doings. That is that regarding that. And I don't think IPOB is responsible for the killing of Dr. Aquile. And if we have a government in Nigeria, what is unknown gunmen? What is unknown? It is not possible in every sense. It is not possible for people to be killing people in your state as a state governor or as a president of the country, and for months they are still tagged unknown. No, we see, if people are deceiving us, we should not try to deceive ourselves. What is unknown? The government knows people that are killing others. If they don't know, why are they government? They just decide to call them the name that is suitable for themselves. Government know who is killing people. What is unknown? That is how they call those guys bandits. People are bringing down warplane. They have the capacity, the equipment, the ammunition to bring down warplane, and say they are bandits. Shebi bandits làwọn area boys tán pàgò. Àwọn ọmọ Raisa.
Tosin, let me interject something based on what you've just said. And I think I will ask this question to Niyi, and maybe anyone else can answer it. Is it possible for us to separate the sit-at-home order from those who are actually enforcing it, and from the killings or some of the incessant or unnecessary killings that has been happening? For instance, about 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I learned that some people were just killed because they opened a shop. Another driver, maybe an Okada rider or something like that. You know, can we separate them really? As much as I don't have anything against IPOB, but I care about what is happening there. I care about what's happening because it's giving all of us bad name. Plus, I have friends who are Igbos, and I don't even want anything wrong to happen to the Igbos. The truth is that eventually, see, it's about emotions. You would eventually lose the emotions, the good emotions of people who are, you know, supporting your agitation. That's just to me. If this is happening in the Yoruba land and Igbo or whoever is there championing freedom or the Yoruba nation, they will lose whatever small respect that they have. I have somebody, the person that is writing articles for us is in somewhere in the east, you know. So, and I know that it's not all the Igbos that actually support all of these things, including what Nnamdi is doing. But personally, I have nothing against it. But I'm saying that, can we, in honestly, let's forget about the government. Let's forget about the failure of the Buhari administration and the police and the army. But let's talk about this. These are criminals killing people. And unfortunately, some of the killings have happened during the sit-at-home orders. And then maybe Tosin can comment later.
Yeah, I want to say it is one of the failures of the government. You know, when we say there's something they call a root cause analysis. So when we carry out the root cause analysis of all of these insecurity challenges in Nigeria, you still want to agree that it is because of the failure and ineptitude of the leadership and the government in Nigeria. So, because the same people we call IPOB today, the same people we call Omota today, they are the ones they will deploy during election to rig for them. So, one way or the other, they feed these guys. At the end of the day, when they no longer can control them, then they become menace, they become another problem to the society. For me, it's so unfortunate that that this is happening. And what do you expect from such an organization? This is likened to when OPC was also in Yoruba, I mean, Southwest then too. Were they not also killing people? All in the name of protecting and stuff like that. There are bound to be abuses and arbitrary use of power, use of influence, because they know who you don't know. They work for who we don't know. All the likes of Igbo before, was it not one of those? Was it not one of their mercenaries? So the society empowers them. Government, the failure of the government empowers these people. And unfortunately, they will tell you they have good intention, but eventually they just turn out to be enemies of the people the more. So for me, I still feel that it is the failure of the government that cannot protect its own citizens. That is why you see all of these things happening. Apart from the fact that people are agitating, it's normal to agitate, it's good to agitate, but like Vile village boy said. Whose interest? You want to protect people, you want them to be free, and you are killing them even before they get the freedom. It doesn't make sense. And you cannot expect some. You must also not expect too much level of sensibility in these people, because check their characters, check their level of civilization, education, and all of that. Most of them are below par. So what do you expect from almost stark illiterates? Organizations that are run by illiterates. What do you expect? Even our own Nigerian police that is run by graduates, what do you expect from them? So these are still part of the ills. This part of the social vices, the decadence in the system called Nigeria. So it's unfortunate that people say, let us protect ourselves, and they are also the ones killing themselves. The reason I want to believe and assume that the killing came from my pub was because, according to the report I had, they said they were shouting, no election in 2023, no election in 2023. So it's not bad that I'll be saying no election in 2023 now. And probably they felt that we are fighting the government. You are going to go and collect award from the same government. You know how they, even including the leader, the Nnamdi Kanu, sometimes when he talks, you feel that this is no longer objective. This is like hatred. This is like taking something to the extreme, So sometimes they act in the extreme. And I consider this, if it is true that they are the people behind the killing, I consider it as extremism. It's needless. But do you know how many lives they've taken? Is it because it is Dr. Dora or Dr. Dora's husband that we are feeling that something big has happened? Like Mr. Tosin was saying the other time, that chickens are more precious in Nigeria than human lives. And I see sense in the analogies he put, that if you must steal 5 chickens from a farm, but you can just take a life just like that. It's very simple. It is the simplest. It's almost the easiest thing to do in Nigeria. In Nigeria now, to take another person's life. So is it because it is the Dora Queenly husband is involved? Do you know how many they have killed today? Unknown today that we are talking, October 2nd. Do you know how many lives they have taken? So it is, to me, all of these things is still to the fact that Nigeria is not working. Nigeria does not seem to work.
Okay, Lee, I agree with you that Nigeria is not working, and it doesn't. It's obvious that it's not working, but we just cannot excuse some things. There are things that we must be objective, especially on this platform. We have to try as much as possible. We are not. There's none of us that is all and above knowledge. And I appreciate even the settings sometimes where we have people that the boomers generation, which the village boy represent, and some of us who represent the millennials. And I'm seeing if Michael were here, I think Michael also would be in our generation. So we are looking at people who they call themselves Gen Z now, or they call Gen Z, so that we are able to look at these issues from different perspectives and the generational views as well. So anyway, if does Village Boy still want, or Tosin still wants to comment on it, but I would say
I want to finish my thought on that.
We soon leave. Okay, quickly, please.
Now, what I was saying is this: if I'm not outrightly exonerating IPOB from the killing, no. What I'm saying is this: There's no way we can write out the government that we shouldn't talk about the government. No, we will talk about the government because they have the facility, they have the power to know who did that killings and every other killings in Nigeria. But because of their incompetency, deliberate neglect of their power to prosecute those that are causing unrest in every part of Nigeria, that is why killings is happening all the time. Imagine even a government institution is being accused of killing Dora's husband. A government institution, DSS, they had to put out what's it called? A statement that they are not the one. DSS, a government parastatals, being accused of killing a citizen because that is their doing. Going to people's house and kill them. So I'm not actually exonerating HIPOB. What I'm saying is the killings and the tag of unknown gunmen are stayed for too long, that by now we should know who are the unknown gunmen if they are not actually working for the government.
I agree with you, Tosin, 100%. A few days ago, I'm trying to move us forward. Village Boy will soon leave. Maybe if we still have a few opinions after, then we can still hear and then close. This goodbye to Nigeria was trending on Twitter a few days ago. Initially, when I saw it, and I was wondering which one is goodbye to Nigeria again, and then it happens that Nigerians who have escaped, really, so it can feel embarrassing, to be using this kind of words, about a society, a country that we really love, that we're passionate about. I find out that no matter how long some of us stay abroad, we will always be Nigerians at heart. We will always love that country. We will always look back to coming. We will always look back to investing and seeing what is it that we can contribute. But any case, goodbye Nigeria was happening. The Village Boy, did you see it? And what's your opinion if you did?
Of course, I will see. Those things cannot escape me. So, I think I had a misfeeling. It is sadly true. That is a misfeeling. It is sadly true because it is a sad response to a sad reality. An average person, ordinarily, we want to love his our country. But if many of us who have been talking, have been saying this for close to 20 years now, reasonably or more, that look, we are having a generation of citizens who has never felt anything government. Citizens who attended private primary school, who attended private secondary school, who attended private universities, who in their house they have borehole, which means they generate their own water, who more often they have generator, they have inverter, and they have all kind of thing, which means they generated most of the time their own electricity. When you see this kind of people, they don't know anything about government. They watch private TV, they watch DSTV, they don't watch NTA. They say, what are they talking about NTA? And this same generation, apart from their what we call a Nugbe generation or Gen 2K generation, can I get on Gen 2K there? So these are generation that they find solace in Twitter. Then you come from nowhere and you ban Twitter because you felt insulted. So I remember there was a show I told everyone could recall that they alleged that, look, give these people something to hope for in their nation. Unfortunately, day in, day out, we give them something not to hope for. So all their mentality is, okay, how are we japa? That's the new terminology now. For japa. So now when that thing was trending, some waited to land in the country they were going. A lot of them waited to the country they are going before they say, because maybe they are afraid of DSS, they could send DSS and say, go and remove that guy from the plane. You know, it happened in one country like that. They have to divert the plane. I wish for my country again and again. You can't blame these young people. These are people who have never fed government. Now, these guys are going to work extra hard in their new country because they are going to meet cultural shock. Cultural shock in the sense that this is I remember those all of us play street soccer. That's what we call work and eat. When you score, you become the goalkeeper. Abi? If you play, you don't score, you will never be a goalkeeper. So in this country, all of us it's work and eat too. Nobody send anybody.
When you become goalkeeper, you go to rest.
You rest. So when they score you go and struggle again. so if you don't score any goal, if you play for 3 hours, if you don't score any goal, you don't go keep. So here you have to work for every damn thing that you pay for everything. There's no up NEPA. I was telling somebody, look, you don't pay your electricity bill. Nobody is going to carry pole to come and meet you. We just press, you just reach your house, so there's no electricity. It's just computer pump, they don't disconnect you. Go and pay your money. They will work for everything. And all those impunity in Nigeria, they won't get that here. So
yeah, Village Boy, we can't blame them for that. Can we?
This is what I'm saying, that the cultural shock awaits them. I've said that I've ever said this kind of thing happening long time ago. Because when you have a generation of people who don't feel government, not by their own fault.
Yeah. Do you think if they have created such environment in Nigeria where you pay for everything, where credibility and efficiency is preferred over mediocrity, do you think that Nigerians will pay?
You see, our situation, if we want to address it, there are so many complications. Again, you see, taxation is about representation. When you pay tax and you see that you have, you talk about Lagos Ibadan road, that we are talking of, I think from if you calculate from K2N to Ojo in Ibadan, it's about 114 kilometers. If you cannot fix that road in over 20 years, where is government? If up to today we are still shouting up NEPA, that's why they have changed the name. They keep on changing the name. But up NEPA never stop.
I'm sorry, Village Boy, for cutting you short, sir. It's like the distance between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, Lagos and Ibadan. Because that, I think maybe Dubai will even be longer, because normally you drive 1 hour 20 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. And in most cases, when I'm driving that road, you can be sleeping sometimes. You can even, you see these Pakistanis, they will put one of their leg on the seat. All right, and they're driving with one leg because it's automatic. And they just put one hand like this. And you just put on the cruise and you're driving 120, 140. That's how you do it. In 1 hour 20 minutes, you're already in Dubai. So I can't. But anyway, I think
in those days when the road was good, when we do 120, it's 1 hour. Even some guys do 55 minutes when the road was good. Lagos to Ibadan, which means it's probably shorter than this thing. So when you don't
unfortunately, sir, people of my generation never experienced that road like that. Did you ever experience that road like that?
Ah,
I've been coming to Lagos since 2000. I've never experienced that road like the way you are saying it
yeah,
now.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me just shock you. In those days, when I want to go to Ekiti from Lagos, I do to and fro because from my part of Ekiti, I will be home in 3.5 hours. I'm home, so I go around, do this, then by like in the evening, I go back. So the same hour that you may even spend in driving on the same road from Lagos to Ibadan, I would have been in Ekiti, greeting people up and down, and come back the same day. So when you see when these things were piling up, we thought that it's a child's play. That is why any one of them that their parents struggle to send to school. And of course, there are a lot of other things. Even parents, when you see somebody in private school, for instance, that even primary school now, they are paying $500,000 per term. So, and you now come out as a graduate, and you cannot find job. And when you even find job, they give you level 8. Maybe level 8 is about 120,000, which is less than the money that you are spending in primary school. Because if you look at $500,000 for primary school for 3 months education, that's that's about 160 something thousand per month. If a parent is paying that to send you to primary school, and by the time you get to secondary school, maybe they are paying 1 million, which is about 300,000, over 300,000 per month. If you want to bring it down to a monthly basis, then you get to the university, you are paying like maybe 2 million, per semester. Let's say semester is even 5 months. You are paying like 400,000 naira to go to school. Then you get a job, they are paying you 120,000. How would that make sense to you? So the next look, let me leave this country, and that sense of patriotism is weighing down. I'm sure if nothing is done, many of these guys, when they reach my age, they will not want to talk about Nigeria at all. I have seen somebody in this city that I live. The day she got a Canadian passport, she went on social media to tear her Nigerian passport, say goodbye to Nigeria. I wept that day. But I can't blame her. These are the fundamental issues. As we speak now, Nigeria still has the highest number of children out of school. The public school is in shambles. In Lagos, I only go if you can have, if you want to categorize private school, especially primary and secondary school, you will have over 100 categorization. I mean, how do you run a society that way? And you think these people, because when you don't get certain things done at a certain age, it may become tougher to get it done. And an average graduate in Nigeria today may not get a job. Those days, banks were taking a lot of jobs. I mean, employing them. The bank, with the merger and all those things, the bank job become unstable. And the unfortunate side of something, even the civil service, those who are in civil service have almost all doctor their age. They don't want to retire. So if somebody is already 60 and is sick level 48, is shopping another person 12 years.
Sir, when you talk about that level, I think everybody that goes to work in the civil service in Nigeria, it's like a norm for you to amend your age. Even me, I think it is about it will be around 95%. When I joined railway, I was advised, to cut down on my age. But then when I look at my WAEC, I found out that the WAEC, I think the result, the WAEC that started from year 2000 or is it 99?
With dates.
Yeah, they started printing your photo and the date of birth there.
Yeah.
So that prevented me from being able to do it. But
That is why up
under
to
normal
today I'm not
circumstances,
also able to doctor my age.
oh, so you see now,
Otherwise, I would have also doctored like 10 years back.
But I had the opportunity, but I never, I mean, to the glory of God, I've never doctored my age. I've never.
Village boy, you just do example.
I would have
You
considered
just do
it.
example. Look at people of your generation that are
I
in
know, not
service
that
now.
I know a lot of my friends who did,
Oh,
and I challenge them. And they say it was not their
norm.
fault. They justify it. They say it was not their fault.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to ask Niyi, just for the benefit of the doubt. I've often said, like Village Boy was talking about people who went to private school. People like us who came from Ekiti, majority of my people of my generation, there was not even any nursery and primary school or private school. So we went to Methodist, Catholic, like that, you know, in our, you know, the kind of building, the kind of structure now we are. So now it is difficult for me to feel like I hold the country or that I hold the government, anything. The only thing, and I've said it before on this platform, the only thing that I can recollect or connect to is the fact that in 2009 when I went, 1999, 1999 when I went back to receipt for WAEC, the government of is it Oni, not Oni, I think it's the Adebayo.
Not Oni.
Adebayo. Yeah, Adebayo. After we had paid that fee, WAEC fee, they announced that he has refunded that they should return the money, and I collected that money 1,200 and come and return it back to my dad. You know, and that's, I can't remember any other thing throughout my little education that I had in Nigeria. Niyi, what's your own experience?
It's also similar. My experience is not different from yours because we also grew up in the same locality. We passed through the same education system. So it's basically the same thing. And like I used to always say, I say, Emil, I know Nigeria, I know them ₦1. Unfortunately, when people were applying for bursary, I did apply for bursary too, but maybe they'll give me tomorrow. That would have been the only benefit I had from Nigeria government, bursary. I didn't get it up to tomorrow. So apart from that same WAEC fee that they paid for us, I think that was in 1998. Because by 1999, I had to do a teaching job at Oluwani.
It cannot be 1998. The civilian government came on board on 1999.
No, we first wrote our WAEC in 1998. Were you not part of people that wrote WAEC in 1998?
No, I wasn't part of that. You know, I repeated in
okay.
95, so I think.
We first wrote our WAEC in 98.
Yeah, you wrote in 98. Our set was supposed to be 98.
Exactly.
And everybody
we all failed fatally. We all failed fatally.
Yeah,
so
I wrote
that was what they paid for. They paid for that my 98 WAEC. 99, I had to do a teaching job to pay for 1999, and then I went to Isegba to do some labor work to repeat the 1999. So it was the NECO again that they waived for me. You know, NECO, that was 2000. NECO came up 2000 because I had to.
I think it was actually that NECO that I am referring to. It was the NECO. It was the NECO.
Yes, it was NECO. You know, that was the first time NECO came out.
Yeah, it was the NECO, I remember.
Yeah, it was the NECO. So apart from that, so if I find myself anywhere, I can say I don't know anything about Nigeria. The fact that I was born there does not make me to be so I'm more nostalgic. I'm more nostalgic about Ekiti than the whole of Nigeria. I don't have any nostalgia for Nigeria as you see me, but for Ekiti, I have nostalgia for Ekiti. So I'm more of an Ekiti person than in Nigeria as I am. So that village boy, when you see when you say that you saw that person, the day I get of course I'm not even planning to whether to renew my passport, or I can't even wait to get my Canadian passport. That's over. My
Well,
children.
if you tear your Nigerian passport, I personally come and flog you in Toronto.
No, I won't tear it. I won't tear it, but to be honest with you, it has expired, and I'm not planning to renew it. In any way. I'm not
We
planning.
park that behind the Asoro Lenyisi.
So there is really nothing. I tell people a lot. That see, a country where I brought my kids, see what this country is doing for them. Not to now talk of a country where I gave birth. So see, if I grow up and my children, I pray one of my children can just maybe choose soccer or whatever, and they say, but you can't choose in Nigeria. Nigeria.
That's not cool.
It's not cool as well.
Not cool at all.
Not cool.
So I hope things have changed. I hope things would have changed before then. But if it is still like this, sincerely speaking, I don't wish my children should have anything to do with Nigeria.
No, wow.
Okay.
You are not different from those who are saying goodbye Nigeria there.
No.
Anyway, moving forward.
Sincerely, I don't share different opinion from them. I don't share different opinion. Because I always say this thing. Our people say Ajo Dabile, and I always ask question, where is Ajo? Where is Ile? Ile is it Ile where you can go and you are not sure of coming back? I've seen a lot of people who went back home, all in the name of we have been abroad for a long time. We want to go back home and do one thing, and they never made it back to abroad. Is that what you call Ile? Or Ajo, where security of life is certain to an extent, where basic amenity is assured, where education is guaranteed for your children. In Nigeria, education is privilege. It's not right. In this country we are, it is child's right to be educated. So which one are you calling Ile and Ajo? Which one?
You are touching so many fundamentals. I'm not sure we have time to discuss fundamentals today.
Yeah, I wish
maybe
I can.
We bring up this issue sometimes, because this is not an issue I want us to gloss over. They are very fundamental, and because you other people are watching us, and you are passing a message, painful message, I would say, to the society. So, Paul, let us have conversation around this later.
All right, sir. We will definitely. Tosin, quickly say a few things and then we round up. If you have a comment, I was actually thinking maybe we can talk about this northern governance, the photos on the right corner down.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, the northern governance. They are saying that it doesn't make sense what the southern governors are doing.
No zoning.
Yes, that there's something like zoning in Nigeria's constitution.
I agree with that. I 100%. I agree with them 100%.
You agree with them so that everything is scattered. Eh?
That is why Nigeria cannot work.
Agreement is on.
Mr. Paul, on this show, we have been on this show, and the village boy will attack me.
I will say attack you today.
I will not to be that you attack.
Baby. We are talking about Oduduwa. We are saying Yoruba nation now. Now, all the governor of the south, not only southwest, of the south, they are on our side now. And
what do you mean by our side? What do you mean by our side?
they are agitating also now.
No, Buhari, are you aware that Buhari just said some of the senators or assembly members were the ones responsible for sponsoring Igboho, and they are willing to sanction everybody. We are waiting for them to mention name now. So don't say they are on
Please.
our side.
You will
Please
remember,
let's keep things in perspective.
Okay.
you will remember
What are the southern governors agitating? They are agitating for fiscal federation. One of
Yeah.
those issues there is
Exactly.
VAT. We are saying that even this grazing is a private business
Yeah.
that government should not be involved in.
Yeah.
So they now many of them have taken the bold step by enacting anti-grazing, open grazing, anti-open grazing law.
Law.
So are these people, because they are beneficiary of this chaos and they want the status quo to remain?
Yeah.
In every society, there's always a fight between what we call the tradition bearers, those who want to maintain the status quo,
And
and the crusaders. The crusader want a change at all costs. So what we do, for me, what I'm doing is, okay, your opinion, the opinion of traditional bearers, let's look at it. Let's look at the views of the crusaders, and let's take the good points from both sides and work on those so that everybody benefits. So I wrote one joking song which I call the brother keeper his son. I jokingly address some of these issues. The truth is, like I've told Paul in most of my private conversation with Paul, that look, I use the analogy of honey. Honey, everybody know that when I've you said no to dano, nobody takes honey and throw it away and spit it out, right? Now the question is, like,
I was going to say you have to lick your lips.
At least to demonstrate. Yes. So now if somebody has stolen honey and you ask and he's enjoying that honey, do you think, and you ask him stop licking the honey, do you think he will agree with you?
No.
So most of the thing that we have in Nigeria is like stolen honey, that those who have stolen it and have enjoyed it, they don't want to let it go. Aláwòye bí òwe là lùlù àgídìgbò.
Yeah, unfortunately, this time around, in fact, there were emirs that was even in their midst, so it's not just about the governors anymore.
There are governors and emirs together.
There were emirs in their midst too. So, Tosin, you were completing your statement before.
Okay. So what I'm saying is the southern governors now, they're also agitating that presidency should come to their side. You will remember on this show before now, about a year ago, I've said it, that the last two elections in Nigeria has made it more glaring to the north that they can decide who will become presidency in Nigeria. And that is what is playing out with the northern governors coming together with the emirs. And before then, a guy from they call themselves the Northern Elder Forum. The guy said they have the number. Now, where we are going is this. If you see anybody in Nigeria quoting Constitution, you know that person is about to cheat. The northern governors, they said it's not in the Constitution that the presidency should come to the south now. That is not in the Constitution, because they want to cheat. Because when they were saying this from beginning, it was a gentleman's agreement. But now that they want to cheat, they are quoting the Constitution. Anyways, we will sit down, we the citizens with conscience, we will sit down to see what play between them. According to what Mr. Nee said, we are praying what they said that they don't agree to it. That is our prayer. They should not agree to it. Everything should scatter. Because when everything's scattered, then it can be settled.
Exactly.
And when it is settled, probably
There will be
we,
solution.
the citizens, will benefit
Can
from the
enjoy.
solution.
Yeah, yeah.
So it should be scattered. But the news now we are hearing after the northern governor said they disagree. The news yesterday now is that the House of Representatives, the northern caucus of House of Representatives, they went to London to meet with Tinubu. So we don't know what their meeting with Tinubu is, but whatever it is.
Are you trying to say that meeting with Tinubu was impromptu? That they went to meet Tinubu? They had planned their meeting. This one is just not part of it. And I think for the record, I don't think the North alone can elect a president in Nigeria. If they can do it, they would have done it during Buhari's several attempts to become president in Nigeria. So I don't think that the North...
I didn't say the North alone. I said they have the number. They have the number, which that guy also confirmed. Not the North alone.
Well, some of those...
Of course,
most of this is to
forget about that thing. If I can tell you that it's
different from reality.
Opinion.
So you create a pressure, and if that pressure is not challenged, it becomes a reality. So it's perception.
They've been saying Kano is more populated than Lagos. Do you believe it?
I don't believe it, but this is what they have proved in the electoral result.
They
don't worry about it.
Anyway, we have to go now because we will come back again, especially to discuss, I think, that issue that we're discussing, what has Nigeria done for our generation. I think, and we will try to have people from different generation gaps to see their personal experiences. And I'm hoping that maybe we have somebody else in addition to the village boy, so that it will not be as if we are hammering too much on Baba, because I personally feel like it is their generation that finished us. You know, they eat and then they smash the bowl of rice, and
that's far from the truth. We receive some handouts. We receive handouts, no doubt, but we are not the generation that fully destroy Nigeria. Don't say that. So,
okay, I think the generation before, ahead of you and yours, they used your help.
Some of our generation could have been accomplices, but we are not the main actors.
Yes, I agree with you. It is the ones ahead of you, exactly in front of you. They are the ones that use your intelligence and education to smash the pot. Niyi, you want to say something finally before we close now?
Yeah, so Nigeria as this, we just can only hope that it gets better if it can, and if not, let people go their different ways. That's just it.
Having a kitty country, right?
We can have a Yoruba nation. A Yoruba nation. A Yoruba nation.
Okay.
And I'm happy that it is now getting clear to the governors too, especially with this issue of VAT that they are fighting for. That gradually they are now beginning to see what true federalism, fiscal federalism, resource control, and all of that is all about. I'm so happy. If that is all we can get, if Nigeria can be restructured, it can work. But restructuring Nigeria, I see breakup easier than getting Nigeria restructured.
Yeah, because if you are restructuring, and the kind of restructuring that you people that are supporting the Yoruba nation and Igbo, or Eastern nations, the Biafra nation. Okay, for those of you are talking about resources, and the northern state will never allow that to happen.
They will never.
They will never. There are 19 of them, and there are 17 of them here. So
Just
they will
17
always
of us.
tell you.
So
They will tell you, okay, go to the house and legislate it. They know you can never win.
I think it is no longer that watertight. Quote me. It's no longer as watertight as that.
Really?
All right.
Okay, now.
Okay, let's wait and see. Yeah.
All right, viewers, thank you very much for coming to do the discussion with us. Even if it is watching, please do share the link. Do share the video with people who might be interested in watching the video. I will be back here again next week. We are working on something that's very hot. We are going to be most likely going to be talking about relationship, especially in the Gen Z world. How they manage their emotions. I've seen breakups. Many of them cannot manage breakups, and we'll be looking at the role played by the generations that's actually responsible for many of them. That's Village Boys generation. So,
all right.
I'm sorry, but that is the truth.
No, I didn't say anything. I said, all right.
You see, I was reading about this subject yesterday, and I found out that there's so many things that was written about my generation. We, the millennials, we are the last generation where you see have one of the parents or grandparents at home when you were being cared for. But the Gen Zs, they practically had a phone. Many of them, especially those that were born and brought up in the cities, they had a phone, maybe a laptop or something, gadget. Some of us didn't even see any gadgets at all until the early 2000s. So, and they were the ones that were born in those periods. So they practically live on the internet. Anyway, I expect that it's going to be interesting. So. If you want to participate in the discussion, please do reach out to us. You can drop a message on any of our platforms, or email us at contact@opinionsharers.com. Thank you very, very much. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.